Hello everyone, in this video we are going to identify more ways to find congruent angles using a diagram. So here I've drawn two parallel lines, lines A and B, labeled them as parallel here. Line A is parallel to line B. These two vertical bars here, this is the symbol for is parallel to. So we can find congruent angles when two parallel lines are crossed by a third line, which I will label as T. Parallel lines crossed by a third line here, which is called a transversal. When a transversal crosses two parallel lines, 8 angles are formed, and I will label them right here. First set of 4 here, next set of 4 here. So we have 8 angles in total when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal or crossed by a transversal here. So let's break this down step by step. How to find the corresponding angles first. Angles 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. Another way to say them would be same side corresponding. Same side because they are on the same side of that transversal. Corresponding angles are congruent. They measure the same amount of degrees. So we have 4 sets of corresponding sides in this diagram. Angles 1 and 5 is one pair. Angles 2 and 6, that's another pair. They measure the same amount of degrees. They are congruent. Angles 3 and 7, as well as angles 4 and 8. 4 sets of corresponding sides, corresponding angles rather. So let's look at another set of congruent angles. Notice the 4 here in the middle, angles 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are what are known as the interior angles. So angles 3 and angles 6, angle 3 and 6 are congruent. The reason being, the way this is, they are what are known as alternative interior angles. Interior because they're inside the parallel lines, and then alternate because they lie on alternate sides of that transversal. And we only have 2 sets, angles 3 and 6, as well as angles 4 and 5. So angles 3 and 6 are congruent, as well as angles 4 and 5. That takes care of alternate interior angles. One more set that we'll do for this video. We have up here angles 1, 2, 7, and 8. Angles 1 and 8 are congruent. And the reason for this is because they are what are known as alternate exterior angles. Alternate, once again, because they lie on opposite sides of that transversal, and then exterior because they lie on the outside or the exterior of those parallel lines. And just like the alternate interior angles, there are only 2 sets of alternate exterior angles. Angles 1 and 8, and then angles 2 and 7. Those are your alternative exterior angles. So we had 4 sets of corresponding angles, or same side corresponding, 2 sets of alternate interior angles, and 2 sets of alternate exterior angles. In geometry, there are theorems that we will use to prove this is true. We'll get to that once we get there, but for the time being, those are the 3 categories for this type of diagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.